being a coach in that situation, and I mean, having athletes who are just having huge record-breaking days and then being able to transition into to staying focused and keeping your athlete focused. What did you feel, you know, what was the best advice you can give to a future coach who's in that position, or even a coach getting into their championship season now?
Well, I think, you know, you go in and you have expectation of what you think might qualify. Again, we talked for a while, a lot of the agents and coaches together before the women's meet, and we really felt 66 was probably going to qualify.
Yeah.
I kind of knew better. I knew people were jumping pretty hot going into it. But I think the biggest thing is you better be ready to continue to jump and continue to compete, because the height that you think might get in might not always be the height. In fact, a lot of times it isn't. It's either lower or it's higher.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember in 08 Olympic trials, a lower height got in that I didn't think would get in. And then, you know, certainly in 216, you know, Demi Payne clean through 85 didn't qualify. So a lot of times I think you have to expect the unexpected. You have to stay focused, and you have to just keep battling in there, keep jumping bar after bar. And, you know, hopefully you come out on top, or hopefully in the top 2 spots and qualify to go on. Because here, first and second, there's not a big difference because you have the bigger meet farther down the road.
Right.
Certainly 3 is a heartbreaker indoors, and in outdoor it's 4 that's the heartbreaker. So, you know, a lot of moving parts going on during the meet. But, you know, like I said, this was just a very competitive meet. No one would have thought, you know, for the women, 481 not making it, you'd never think that. But sure enough, you know, some people stepped up, and hey, it was a great meet to be a part of.
Yeah.
Welcome to Vault Talk, covering pole vault in its entirety, featuring 3-time Olympic coach Rick Scher and emerging elite Division III national champion Zach Ferrara. Are you ready? Let's go.
Blast off, take me to the atmosphere. Sit back, relax, remember what's in here, but we don't scare. We only vault up to bear. Had a dream and the mission, now the vision's clear. There's no fear when we're steering in my timing is there. See, it's the blood, sweat, and tears. You brought me here to 10,000 jumps. Chase is mine, the gold medal's going on my neck this time.
It was a big year this year. We had, I mean, probably one of the most competitive U.S. Nationals that we've seen. The winning heights for the men, you had Scott Houston who won at 583. He was jumping against Sam Kendricks in a strong field. Along with on the women's side, I mean, that was definitely a stacked meet. You had a couple jumps right over you had one jump over 490 and a couple really good jumps over 15.6. So, Rick, passing it back to you. I mean, you've gone through, you've won 17 of these with Jen. So, if you're experiencing it, how difficult is it to win a U.S. National meet?
I mean, it really is difficult, and a lot of, you know, we were talking before the meet, a lot of the agents and the coaches, and they really thought that, you know, that Sam and Sandy would probably, you know, walk through this pretty easy. Both of them ended up getting upset, and that's part of U.S. Nationals, and people don't realize sometimes how difficult it is to win. It's like you said, we've experienced it a lot. You have to remember, you have to beat everybody in America, and that's a big place, and that's a lot of really good vaulters. And this was one of the most competitive U.S. championships indoors that I've seen in 5-6 years. The marks reflected that. Great place to jump here at altitude, fast runway in Albuquerque, but you got your money's worth here, and this was very competitive, and you know, it was tough. It was tough on, obviously, Jen and I taking third by 1 jump, you know, and you're off the team. But for the vault, this really was a great meet, and this really elevated the vault because, you know, of recent years, we've been down a little bit in the vault. We haven't gotten quite the attention through TV and everything that we used to, but this is a great meet to elevate the vault. You had your best players in there. I think that was a big part of it. But certainly now you watched it from TV. What did you think of it?
You know, I thought it was a really exciting meet. You had, I mean, it started out with the men's competition. They came down, and Scott Houston's definitely been chomping at the bit to have a really big meet. So for him to go, he double PR'd to win the meet. I know Sam Kendricks was jumping well. He definitely was in that transition phase for him this year, but he still jumped 578, which is a huge jump. And then on the women's side, I mean, it was just outstanding. You had missed jumps, passes to try and take the lead. You had Katie Najad who came out, and she was just basically had a clean slate all the way through 91. So it was exciting. I know I can only tell how stressful it had been for you guys. I was sitting there, and it's incredible.
Yeah, certainly. And again, we've jumped a lot of these, and this certainly was a competitive just like 16. 16 was very competitive, you know, 85, 90, 95. So, but yeah, Katie did just an outstanding job, and hey, I got to compliment her. You know, she jumped 8 bars without a miss.
Yeah,
PR, I think 4 different times. I mean, incredible. It's something that you only dream about doing.
Right.
So, you know, certainly her breakout meet, like you said, with Scott. You know, 3-4 years ago, I remember seeing him at a Jersey Beach vault, and I liked his jump then.
Yeah.
He ironed some things out. He's been working, but both of them really did a great job of staying focused. And hey, they pulled off some really big upsets there.
They did. You know, it's definitely gonna be exciting as they transition down to Birmingham for the World Championships, and yeah, we'll see how they do there.